Yay! Well, hey, AAA team. Oh, am I echoing?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Okay. Well, you guys, I am so excited. I know y'all were so blessed to be able to hear from Bridgett, our Pink into Possibilities. And, Cindy had really shared with me and learning more about Bridget's story, how she's been working virtually for the last several years, and that this has really been, you're only working virtually, right, Bridgett? So
Yep.
I asked her, and she was so kind and gracious enough, you guys, to give us a little bit of time where I could just interview her about virtual. As you guys know, I've been sharing with y'all our shift that we are going to be more intentional in this area. And I know over the years we've tried different things, but I'm so grateful that we're going to learn from someone who has proven results, you guys. So I hope you have a pen and paper ready to like lean in and learn, because I know we are about to level up in our business and our area because of this. So Bridgett, I just want to say thank you so much. And thank you for all the work that you've put in, because I know that it's a lot of work to shift the way you've been doing something for a long time and change that. So I just kind of want to start there. Can you tell us, when you first started working virtually, and then how you've seen the benefits of that, working your business, and just what that looks like for you?
Sure. Yeah. So, I've been in Mary Kay 17 years before the pandemic. So I had worked the business traditionally in person, just like we all did. Cindy and I are pretty much same amount of time. I know, Amy, you're about the same amount of time. How long have you met Amy in Mary Kay?
20 years.
Okay, yeah. So we're on that 20-year plus. And so, we've all worked it the same way. And so it was hard for all of us to embrace the pivot. But I got really sick at the beginning of the pandemic. I lost my grandmother and my husband lost his job all within a 90-day time span. And so within that season, I embraced the virtual. I didn't have a choice. It was feast or famine. We had one income coming in when we had two really great incomes. And so I knew that like it wasn't a decision for me to sit down and rest on my laurels. So I had to embrace it. And so I want to say that to all of you. Like, I think you've got to be open-minded enough to embrace the idea of doing something different in your business. I also want to say to all of you that, as I embrace that, of course, like learning something new takes time and you figure it out. But I will tell y'all that's the best. I will never go back to the way that I worked. Because if you've been in for a minute, there's nothing wrong with in person. I want to give that disclaimer up front. If that's your jam it all the way to the bank. But if it's not your jam or you want a hybrid version of that, I just want you to embrace the openness of what this can mean for you. Because now that I know what I know, we didn't know what we didn't know.
Right.
Like we just work that way. And my goodness, y'all, my unit is now nowhere near me. The majority of if I held a unit meeting locally today, I would have no one to come. Prior to the pandemic, I had all these consultants. And you know what? Now that I know what I know, like they really just came for the party. They were community consultants. They weren't really like working. And so like looking back, like reflection time. And now my workers are in New York. My fastest growing unit's in New York. And I've never even been to New York. And so you guys, if you will embrace virtual, it will open up your world. There are 1.9 billion people on Facebook every day. If you didn't know that. 1.9 billion people. So you talk about lead generation. Like if you want to go walk around and do your lead generation at Target or whatever you like to do, or facial boxes, do it. But I like to get on Facebook in my jammies in my house, and I have conversations all day, and I sell product all day, and it's awesome. So I really think, Amy, I wanted to paint the picture of it opens up your world. You're not limited to your geographic area anymore. You literally can build anywhere. The kind of the world is at your fingertips, and that's been the biggest eye-opening piece to me.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. So smart. Yeah. Why would we not take advantage of that? And I love that you said we didn't know what we didn't know. You're right. Virtual COVID forced us to do that and look into that. So let's kind of start, because I think like, if anybody wants to start with this, number one thing they have to start with is lead generating. So can you touch on that? How do we lead generate and start getting guests online?
Yep. Well, first of all, I want to say if you don't have a big following or you're not a big poster on social media, okay, it's going to be important. I want you to think about if we walked in a coffee shop today and I saw Cindy and I saw Amy in the coffee shop and I was like, hey girls, how are y'all doing? Like we would just have a normal conversation. I wouldn't immediately sell to her. Like, hey, Cindy, there's this great mascara I want you to check out. I would never do that. I would have a normal conversation. Hey, how's your kids? How's work? How's things been going? I think we get weird on social media. I think we feel like we got to send these hey girl messages, like we need to buy something or do something. Like we forget that we just want to have a conversation. So remember that conversations are the currency of social media. Okay. Conversations. So if I can get you in the habit of literally having conversations every day, that can look like, do you do your birthday messages every day? Start right there. I every day get on Facebook, and the first thing I do is look who has birthdays that day. And if you do that every day, by the end of the year, you've talked to every single person that's your friend on social media. It's also a way to filter out who you don't want on your friend list, because the people pop up every day. You're like, oh, I don't know that chick. Getting her out, whatever. And so you can clean up your Facebook that way, but you also can love on people that way. Hey, girl, it's your birthday. What are you doing for fun? And so really just engaging with people and loving on them and them seeing that you care. I also send gratitude messages. If someone in your life has made an impact, when's the last time you got a message saying, you know what, girl, like, happy Wednesday. I just want to say that you are just such a great friend, or I love how you're rocking your real estate business. Like, I just want to tell you, like, you inspire me. Like, who gets those messages? So first of all, it's just us getting used to having conversations on social media. Also, conversations look like, you can even print your Facebook list if you wanted to and start working through it and liking and hearting and commenting on people's posts. If you don't understand algorithm on social media, you may be thinking the only people that see my stuff are Mary Kay friends. Like, nobody really comments on my Mary Kay friends. That's because you're not talking to anyone that's not your Mary Kay friends. So
Yep.
when you start talking to other people, whether it's like, hearts, comments in their chat, you'll all of a sudden start seeing their stuff. And guess what? Now they're seeing yours. So step one is just to start to have conversation on social media.
Love it. And so at what point do you transition and do invite them to something or want to sell to them?
Yeah. So first of all, we have to get them seeing our stuff. That's step one, right? So that you're not always selling them in Messenger. Messenger is magic, and I'll talk about that in a second. But first, you got to start there, and then. And I know this can seem the part I feel like that people are most overwhelmed with. And I don't know if any of you are using AI or Chat GPT, but if you are not, mine is named Lola. And I'm telling you, I can't live without Lola. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, Lola is your girl. So if you're on social media and you're like, I don't know what to say, ask Lola what to say. Lola will tell you what to say, or at least gives you a place to start. I don't know what my content should be. I don't know who I'm talking to, things like that. And so I will say to you that it's important that you just use services and tools that we've been given. You know, we didn't have this stuff before. So, like, let's embrace it. But you've got to start being present on social media. And I don't mean that you're selling on social media. I mean, maybe in your stories, like, I'm delivering today and you have your product sitting there in your car, or I'm headed to my mailbox. My commute to work is sitting on my couch with my fuzzy slippers, and it's a picture of you with your feet up. Like, it's just being conversational and sharing things. But let's just say that, like, you love a certain mascara. You might make a post on social media that says, hey, you know, like, today I'm putting on my favorite mascara. You know, what do you look for in a mascara? Start the conversation, which will drive you over to there. So, for example, Amy, I love stories, by the way. The stories is the magic to me, because you can see everybody that views your story. So we've been doing hydrofacials, and I've been posting a ton about that. Well, guess what? All of my conversations have come from that, because I'll have 300 or 400 people view my story. I write down all of their names at the end of the night, and that's my work for the next day. Hey, Sarah, thank you for seeing my story. I appreciate you loving on it. I would love to give you a free skin analysis if you ever want to check that out. Because if you have a series in stories and they looked at all of them, then they wanted to engage with you. Like, you know, you can see if they look at all of them, like, you have a sequence of like 4 or 5 things. So I know those are really my people. And I'm amazed at how many people that are already my friends that I probably would have never approached, because I see they're looking at my things. Like, kind of like the peek behind the curtain, that I can be like, oh, wow, you know, that's the girl that I kind of want to reach out to and tell her I'm loving on her. I'm so thankful. Remember, I think, Amy, whether in person or virtually, we've got to be transformational and not transactional. So you have to always ask yourself, if Amy's a busy mom and we're in a conversation in Messenger, and I just saw in her story that she made the comment that, like, she struggles to get out the door in the morning with the kids, then I may talk with her and I say, you know, Amy, I noticed on your Facebook post, you mentioned like getting out the door in the morning. I just want to let you know, like, if you're ever interested, I have this really cool dash out the door look that I think may be really perfect for you. You can get out the door in like 3 minutes in the morning, like, totally no big deal if not, but I just wanted to offer it. See, I'm offering Amy a solution. I'm not saying, hey, you need to buy this. I'm offering her a solution. So remember that everything you do is about, remember that they come to your social media page to be entertained, to be encouraged, to be inspired, and to be educated. And so you got to make sure that you're kind of hitting some of those points. And Chat GPT can help you with that. They can help you build posts, content, and there are great. I'm not talking to just directors or consultants too.
Both consultants and directors. Mm-hmm.
Great. So, if social media is not your jam and you're concerned about that, team up with some girlfriends. Maybe y'all can help each other come up with some posts, brainstorm, get some ideas. But I will say the more they can see your face, people love that.
Mm-hmm. And when so like using the products, like the more they see, that's what you're saying, right?
I will tell you, I have a friend that's a 7-figure earner in a different company. And I asked her, I said, if you were starting a Mary Kay consultant in like, if you were in my business and you were starting us, what would you tell us to do? The first thing I said, to wash my face live 30 days in my stories. Exactly what she said. She said, I would wash my face every morning or wash it at night for 30 days in my stories. I wouldn't be selling the product. I would just be going live and talking about my day. How was y'all's day? Like, I'm going through my normal routine. And so she's like, I would just wash my face for 30 days and tell them to do the same thing. I was like, okay. And so, so I think it's just, and if they're afraid of that, you guys, like, I know we have to be willing to embrace change sometimes. Like even pictures, like if you're taking before and after picture, or, a picture of you doing your product, or let your husband take you to the park, or your kids, and take some new shots of you, just like maybe with some props or some product. I'll take 2 or 3 outfits and go to the park. For real. And we'll take an hour, my husband and I, and I'll take product, and I'll take maybe like the Mary Kay starter kit, and I'll take different things. And then I have it in my camera. And that way I can pull them when I need them. So I'll go make B-roll. We call it B-roll. It's short videos and pictures. And I'll just have them in my camera, and I have a big photo album of them. And then I can just use them when I need them.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And I could see, girls getting together. You guys could get together and like take turns and say, hey, once a month, we're going to get together and do our B-roll. You grab your 5 favorite products. I grab my five favorite products, and let's like get together. Let's, bring some outfit change, bring some robes. Like it needs to be fun. And then you can get some footage of that too. And that again is like a recruiting little strategy on the side. Just throw it in like, hey, we're doing this, because a lot of women would love to have a business bestie, we like to call them, right? So business bestie.
Well, and even pictures, Amy, too, like y'all could just go take pictures, like have fun laughing, like maybe you're on a swing at the park. Like you can post a positive quote and have just a picture of you up against a tree laughing. It doesn't, it can be just, I have just found that pictures that are stock photos, like just product photos, like things, that does not work. Your algorithm just goes, shh. People want to see you. They're social. It's called social media,
right.
And so we want to make sure that we're being social and not just, oh, I'm just posting stock photos to kind of hide behind the curtain. You want to try to start. And if you're not willing to do that, I'll tell you, it's funny. I just posted a picture of my travel roll-up bag laid out in my bathroom. It's just my roll-up bag laid out in the bathroom, and that got more traction if I just posted a stock photo. Like that was a real photo. It wasn't just a stock. So you can also do pictures like that, that aren't maybe your face if you're just getting used to it, but you can post quotes and different stuff. But anyway.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I would just say, and you can tell me, Bridgett, if you agree with this, but I think it's good to just have people understand who you are, because they're looking to connect with you. So Mary Kay member is a part of your life. So you could even come up with like 3 to 4 pillars. Like if your faith is important to you, if your family is important, you're Mary Kay, and maybe a hobby, you play tennis, right? So you have these 4 things. So you could even create a schedule to say, Monday, I'm going to post about my faith. Tuesday, I'm going to post about my Mary Kay. Tuesday, tip day. Wednesday, I'm going to post a family, something with encouragement with families, so come up with kind of a strategy, guys. Y'all know I'm a big system person, so that you're not just like randomly. And then I love the idea of having those pictures already done. So when you sit down to do that, and you can say, okay, ChatGPT, my 4 pillars, give me 4 posts for the week. So it doesn't have to take as much time, as I think that is one of the benefits of technology and all these resources that we have now, that would have taken so much longer to do before. So once you get your plan in place, I think get your plan and be smart about it. Again, you can plan everything out once a week, once a month with some of this. Okay, so some specific questions I want to ask. I know our goal is to sell online. Obviously, our goal is, I know for us, we want to do some virtual events that are going to be effective, and like guest event type thing, and then and team build. So I want to ask kind of like 3 questions to that to kind of wrap us up around that. So selling success. So what would you say, Bridgett, what specific strategies, other than what you already said, or approaches have you found most effective for selling virtually? And how do you keep customers engaged online?
Yeah. And I want to say too, if the person that's listening to this and thinking, I'm not going to do social media, as far as like, I'm not going to do all the posts and all that, I want to give you permission right now that that's not necessary to sell online. If you're asking me how to engage and build lead generation, that's how you do it. But there's another way. And that's partying, right? A party is lead generation. So we have built an incredible system of doing messenger parties. And messenger parties really has become the way. And funny enough, my friend that's also in that, I love, Amy mentioned, bouncing with other. I think the greatest thing I've loved about virtual is that I'm in a network of 7-figure earners in multiple companies. And we bounce off each other. And it is so fun to see like what's working for other people. I never did that prior to COVID. Like we were just in the Mary Kay bubble and there's nothing wrong with that. But man, my eyes were like, it was like a whole new world. I was like, wow, I didn't even know y'all existed. First of all, I didn't even know this idea existed. So it just expanded my mind. But my friend that's in that company that I love, like they only do messenger parties, period. They've never done in person. They didn't have that business model, so all they know is messenger parties. So they've perfected it. And I think what I love about messenger parties is that if you're not going to do social media, like big social media, then I think that that's an easy way to build leads and to get new people, because anybody that's on messenger can have a party, or you can even do, you can do it lots of ways. You can do Zooms and things like that. But messenger parties are 15 minutes. It's a 24-hour group for 15 minutes. And I call the messenger group a virtual living room. Just like we would take people around a living room at home, this is our virtual living room. And so we're going to gather together in the virtual living room. And I give them, it's super simple. If any of y'all have done Facebook parties at all, like during COVID at all, where you've had like a welcome post, in a Facebook group, and then, like maybe a couple facts about Mary Kay, and then perhaps you had, like some bodies, some meat, like about products and things, and then a closing sheet, etc. That's all a messenger party is, but you're doing it in Messenger. Truly, there's nothing like crazy audacious about what you do, but it's the fact that you can today schedule messenger parties. You can start with your own, girls. You could book your own. And remember, nobody knows that you don't know, right? Like if you mess up, so what? Nobody knows. And what's really messing up? Because it's your interpretation of what you want it to be. And so for me, I just told my girls, this is what we're doing. We're going to start doing 15-minute messenger parties. Grab some girlfriends that'll let you borrow them for 15 minutes. I think we live in such a like scattered world that like people can't always commit to 3 days or 5 days or being at someone's house or driving 30 minutes to someone's party. But man, they can give you 15 minutes in Messenger. And so that's been nice, because when I was doing Facebook parties at the beginning of the pandemic, I was having trouble connecting with them. So Amy mentioned success. So what I love about the Messenger is that it allows me to have everybody in that living room so they all hear my voice. Like, it's not like, oh, Amy's not my friend, but she's in a Facebook party and I want to talk to Amy, but I can't get Amy because Amy's not seeing my messages because she's not my friend. So this way, the hostess invites in all her friends. Now I have an immediate audience of 10, 15 people that I didn't know before today. So what if I did 5 this week and I just got in front of 60 or 70 new people that I didn't know before today?
Okay, so I'm trying to wrap my brain around this. Okay, so in Messenger, so are you seeing the people, or is it just like it's just like a Facebook that, okay.
Like me and you and Cindy are in a group right now.
Yeah.
Right.
So that would be like, we would call it like, Cindy's virtual living room, for example, if she was the hostess, and she would invite all the people in, and then like, there's just people in there. And then I'm the one that's like I do a little welcome video that's 1 minute. Like, we're so glad you're here. My name is Bridgett. So excited, and then.
And is that like just a YouTube? That's just like a YouTube clip, right? Like a YouTube link.
No, actually, you can be on your phone. If it's a minute, you can literally record it on your phone.
Yeah, on your phone. Yeah, yeah. So let me ask you this, Bridgett, because I've done similar things. I've done like Facebook parties with the virtual living room, because I got that idea from you, which is brilliant. And I've enjoyed it. But this is where I found some challenges, is that if they are not your friend, it doesn't, even if the hostess adds them to the Messenger group, they do not always see it. It sometimes goes in the others folder. So what do you do with that?
You have to have your hostess engaged with you. You have to say, hey, Cindy, like, we're starting the Messenger. And by the way, girls, Messenger chats is not, hey, I'm going to have Cindy as a hostess and Cindy invites 10,000 of her favorite people. Yeah. That is the worst possible thing you can do. It's mass exodus out of the group. This is about quality and not quantity, 100%. So you want to give her a script like we would for any other party that she invites her girlfriends. Hey, you got 15 minutes for tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, that she invites people to the Messenger living room. Okay. So that's just it. But Cindy, when you have a great hostess, then that's when you want to say, now, Cindy, some of your friends that aren't my friends aren't going to see this. So I need you to message them yourself and remind them to look for the Messenger living room. And when they pop in, let them give us a thumbs up. The way they make sure that she's there. Okay. So you need to enlist that hostess. If she wants to work for that hostess credit, which is like any other party, like we want to get her engaged and excited to earn her hostess credit, then
yeah. And let me ask you this. This is the other challenge that I've had with doing Messenger. It's in Facebook parties or virtual parties in itself, right? Is the follow-up, and I do love, Bridgett, I do want you to share on your gift card, because I think that is so incredibly powerful, and it empowers our consultants to have a conversation with people. So if you're not friends, do you send a friend request to everybody that gets in the party that's on the Messenger party? You do not.
I don't.
Okay. So if you are not friends with them, right, and they're in the Messenger party, how do you do your follow-up?
Yeah. So, well, the way it really should be done is your hostess starts a 3-way chat with every guest and you. That's the way it should be done. Okay. So that way they're guaranteed to see it. And she pops in and she says, hey, hey, Amy, thank you so much for being at the party today. I popped Bridgett in a Messenger chat with her buildable coupon or gift card. That way, if there's anything you want to ask her questions about or shop, she's here for you. That is how my friend does it in the other company, that they always have a 3-way chat with each guest and the hostess.
I love that.
Yeah.
So it's like an individual consultation, basically.
Yes. The hostess starts a 3-way chat with every single one of the guests that are in the group. That way they will always see you.
And she can even encourage, like, oh my gosh, girl, I use this repair set. You will love it, so that's interesting. Okay. I think that's the missing piece, really, that is the follow-up. Right. I love that.
So we have a buildable gift card, Amy, that we use. And it has been truly the best thing we've ever done. It's a $5, and I'll send it to you. I'll put it in our Messenger chat. That way you'll have it. It's a $5 gift card if they just want to shop at the party. Like, it gives them a reason to shop on $50 or more. Okay. Everybody gets it. Even if they do nothing else, that's great. But it gives them money for different things. $5 if they join our Facebook community. Like, if y'all have a national area Facebook community, or the girls have their own Facebook group, it invites them to join that for $5. They get $5 if they do their skin analyzer analysis and do a debrief with you. And by the way, I just want to give the disclaimer, like, skin analyzer, best gift that Mary Kay ever gave you. I could do a whole 30-minute training just on that. So that's in there. And then also it says we do the coupon club. I don't know if y'all do that or not, where they listen to the opportunity and they get the sheet of coupons worth $350. Do y'all do that, Amy, or no? No. Okay. Well, maybe thinking about integrating something generically that's a marketing video, that there's maybe like a 20% off coupon for next purchase, or just something that maybe like gives them a reason. We call it the coupon club, but there's a coupon for each month that once they listen to the opportunity, they get this sheet of coupons and they can use it throughout the year. And it's just different coupons, but people love to save money, and it gives them a reason to listen to the marketing plan from a party. But we call it the coupon club. That way it's not so like, oh, you don't want to sign up to sell Mary Kay. They get it video. And then they get $10 if they book a party. So the coupon is giving me what I want, Yeah.
And when do you introduce this coupon? Is this like at the end of the party? You're explaining
at the beginning. Very beginning. I'm like, hey, y'all all get a coupon for being here. You're going to have 24 hours to, have access to your coupon and build it.
Okay. So that's where, because that was a question in that 24 hours. How are you getting them to do that? So then when she does the 3-way chat, she's saying, hey, if you want to take advantage of the coupon code, that's how you're doing it. So you would even tell them that on the Messenger party, hey, we're going to be in a 3-way chat together, and this is when you'll tell me what you want with your coupons and how to save or take advantage of the specials and that kind of thing. Okay. And how about, so during this 15 minutes, are you doing like a full-blown skincare class? Like, they can't see you. So what are you introducing, like some products, and then?
Yeah. And I'll send you one that's a generic one, Amy, so you can see it. So you can do it one of two ways. So basically it's like a party where like we're saying, hey, we're going live at 7 o'clock, like 7 o'clock. So we kind of hype it up. And you remember, you want these to be read only. You don't want them dinging. You want their notifications to be turned off. And you want to coach that if people are at work and their messenger's blowing up, they're going to want to leave the group. So it's got to be quiet. But then I'm saying, so I used to do a post at 9 a.m., like just a welcome post or a little short welcome video, read only party. We're so happy you're here. And then at noon, I might do a couple of posts when they're on their lunch hour about maybe like Mary Kay, like #1 brand, do the skin analyzer. And then maybe around 5:30, I'll do a reminder we're going live at 7, or the post start at 7, kind of like a reminder. And then at 7, I'm either posting the Mary Kay videos from YouTube and post about product one a minute for 15 minutes. Or you can make a short video and you could post a YouTube link that says, click this video to watch, like, me share about my top 10 favorite Mary Kay products. So you could do either one.
And which one have you found? Because I know you do both. So which one have you found more success with?
The post, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just think some people just don't want to click and watch a video. Like their attention span's like this long. And so the YouTube videos are like, 45 seconds to a minute, so it's just, yeah.
So basically that's the coaching way of the virtual, is during that 24 hours leading up to it, you're posting stuff about product. And is that no?
No, I start the group at 9 a.m. the day of the party.
Okay.
And it's like the night at 7 is the time. And they have the whole next day to like wrap up with me, all that. So, and when I send you my board, Amy, it'll help too, because I literally have it timed out for my consultants, like post this at 9 a.m., post this at noon, post this at 6. So I don't even start the group till like that morning of, or like the night before. But there's no reason to, because it's a 15-minute event. So you don't want to be having it days and days and days out. So
you have your hostess invite the people, like you send them, they have a message to send out to their people to invite them. And then, but you do not actually set up the party until that night before, the day, the morning.
I set it up the morning of, but if you have to work, you could do it the night before, but I do it like at 9 a.m. the morning of the event.
And then she goes, once it's set up, then she goes and invites all the people that have said yes.
So when you do I'm sure all of y'all know this, when you do a messenger group, there has to be 3 people. You cannot set up a messenger group with 2 people. So it can't be just you and the hostess. So you've got to have a placeholder. So when I set up a virtual living room, I'd put all 3 of us in there. But if Amy's just my best friend, then I might just pull Amy out once Cindy starts inviting in all of her people. But I needed a 3rd person to just start the group. So as long as it's my husband, it doesn't matter. Just you need 3 people. It could be you, the hostess, and your husband, or a consultant, or a friend. If you don't know anybody she's inviting, and then once she starts inviting all her people, and then I can just take that person out, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You got to go.
Yeah. I was going to say it was that. No, that's great. If you could send that, and that's been amazing. And then we'll get that. This has been awesome. So thank you, Bridgett, so much.
I can do a part 2. So like if you just, if you need a part 2
team building,
on team building, or like I'm happy to do it. So, so this will just at least get them thinking maybe, and starting the process of having conversation, and just even getting wrapped around that, and how big and vast it can be. And then if they're not that girl, they could do something like messenger parties to build their leads, and to get new business. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And those are the new leads are creating the messenger party. That's your hostess, or it could be anybody. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Send me that. Thank you so much, Bridgett. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Appreciate you.